Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be having a look at EV training in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and not the normal ways of doing it, that is how it used to be done, where you battle Pokemon and get a little bit of a yield for each Pokemon you battle and using items and Pokevirus and all that kind of stuff to try and get your EV value up. Today we're going to be having a look at doing it through PokeJobs. Now if you don't know what EVs are, it stands for effort values and it determines what your overall stats are on your Pokemon. There is something else called individual values, but that's what you get through breeding, and today we're going to be looking at effort values, which is something you can get through actually training your Pokemon that you already have. There are many methods to doing EV training, but in Pokemon Sword and Shield they've basically made the majority of those methods pretty redundant. So today we're going to be looking at one method, and that is using PokeJobs to speed EV level. Just like in my last video where I showed you how to get to level 100 really fast, we're going to be showing you how to get to max EV levels on Pokemon instead of that. So if you are interested in speed leveling your Pokemon to 100, click the link in the top right hand corner and you'll be taken right there. So this method does actually require some time skipping, and if you haven't watched my last video, we will just be going through that really quickly right now. So first of all, you want to go into your menu, go to Versus, and then just set up a ranked match just so we can actually enable the time skipping itself. If this is ever patched, I will put it in the title of the video, just so you don't get confused. So we're just going to click on double battle real quick. You don't have to win or anything, so you just need to pick your team. Literally as soon as you get into the battle, just run, and that's all you need to do, and then just back all the way out. Okay, so as I said, literally just go straight to run, and then yes. It will take a little minute to communicate that you've just done this. But if you want a more in-depth version of showing you how to do this, again, my last video where I was talking about getting to level 100, I went pretty in-depth on how to do the time skipping itself. But it's pretty straightforward. Literally just start up a verse battle in any format in ranked. Make sure it's ranked, by the way. And then just leave. And that's what you have to do. And then it's done. You've set it up, ready to do time skipping. So what I'm going to do is quickly have a look at my boxes and I'll explain some of the different things. So we have our two Pokemon here that we're going to be using for the PokeJobs. They have very similar stats. So if I look at the judge function, this Cinderace has missing special attack in best slot, but the other one has maximum. So basically what we're going to do is ignore the special attack stats. So if I go back to its actual stats, you can see they are identical other than special attack, but we're not going to be touching special attack today. What we're going to do is we're going to EV train one of these Cinderaces and compare the different levels, and while I do that I'll be showing you how to do this. So the one we're going to be doing is this one here, and just pop him here, and a few things I want to go over. There are a few things. So first of all, Pokevirus is a virus that your Pokemon can get. I think I do have some Pokemon with it on. Let's see. Yeah, so Gardevoir here, as you can see in the top right hand corner underneath its level, there's a little symbol with a little pink face, and so does Freddy here, so both of these have it. Now that means it has Pokevirus, which means it can get its EVs a lot faster, so it actually doubles its EVs. For each EV it gets more. This used to be really important in previous Pokemon games, but in Pokemon Sword and Shield it's actually useless. There's no reason to go for this, because the current method that I will be using doesn't need Pokevirus to get maximum. Like, it doesn't affect the time taken to actually do this, as I will show you. So the one thing that I would suggest you use though is something called power items. Now I have a few of them here. So if I go to other items, so I've got the power bracer, power belt, power lens, power band, power anklet, and power weight. I would recommend you getting these. I will show you quickly how to get them. So you can get them if you go out of this door here and then fly over to Hammerlock, I believe. And then go into the Poke Center. It's literally the central Poke Center in Hammerlock. Go over to this lady here and she will sell you these power items. Now they cost 10 battle points each, but that really shouldn't be that hard to get. You only need one of each really. I just have two of each, just so it's a little bit easier when I'm doing more than one Pokemon at a time. But that is that. That's basically all you need for this. So now if we head over to the computer and have a look at PokeJobs, I just want to explain this to you. So for our Cinderace, we want to be looking at attack stats, speed stats, and special defense is like a little bit extra. So a Pokemon can earn a maximum of 510 EVs and 255 per stat. So obviously that means 2 stats with a little bit extra, because 4 EV levels is equivalent to 1 stat increase, like as in like 4 EV levels is 1 extra HP, so to speak. So that means you need multiples of 4, and if you went for 255 in a stat, you'd be wasting some of that EV. So if you went for 252 in a stat, that would max it out basically, and you wouldn't actually get any more value out of that. So that's why what we do is we put 252 in one stat, 252 in another stat, and then the remaining in 4 in a defensive stat usually. So that is what we're going to be doing with our Cinderace. We're going to be putting 252 in attack, 252 in speed, and then 4 in special defense. Now usually if we didn't have a power item and we put Cinderace into an attack seminar for the whole day, which is 24 hours, he would only earn 96 EVs. However, with a power item, that would actually go up to above 252, which is the maximum you can get from a seminar. So that would be perfect for us, because then we can just put him in once and he's done. And I know what you're thinking, 24 hours seems like a long time, but the thing what we just did with the versus battles means we can actually skip time now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out again. I'm going to go to my Pokemon and get my Cinderace in this box and just give him that item. So give. So we're going to start on attack first, which is the power bracer. In the item description, it actually tells you what you need to do. So it says allows the holder's attack to grow more after battling, and obviously belt is defense, a special attack, as you can see. So we're going to give him a bracer. There we go. And that's our Cinderace ready. Okay, so now we're going to go back onto PokeJobs, scroll all the way down to attack seminar. Yes. And then because he's the only person in the box, we can just select all. Done. Send Pokemon. Whole day is 24 hours, and off he goes. So now we want to back out of the computer completely, press our home on our console, go down to settings, system, date and time, make sure synchronized clock via internet is off, and then on date and time, you want to skip it forward a day, and then skip it forward 1 minute. The 1 minute is just to avoid any weird moments when the Switch thinks it's still the same day. It just means you don't have to wait a whole 60 seconds. Sometimes it thinks it's the same minute, so that fixes that. Go back on the game, and it should be done. So go check PokeJobs, and it's complete. So if we click on this, our Cinderace should be max attack now. And it will tell us how much we got, 252, perfect. There we go. Thanks for the $2,000. Okay. So now, if we go back on our Pokemon, go to boxes, Cinderace, take that power bracer off, and then change the held item again to be the speed one this time, which is the anklet, I believe. Yep, anklet. There we go. And then we want to go back onto PokeJobs again, but this time send him on a speed seminar. I'm just going to do this much faster now. Like this, super fast, super fast. Spamming B, home button, down to settings, system, date and time, up 1 day, up 1 minute, okay. Home again, and then we'll check the job, and it should be done. Excellent. So now our Cinderace should be maximum speed and maximum attack. For the last little bit of EV training, we don't need to change its item. Because it's already maximum attack and maximum speed, we don't need to worry about changing its item to get the little bit of special defense we need, because it's maximum stats. So we can just send it off on this special defense right now without changing its item, and that would be fine. Because as I said, it's got maximum attack and maximum speed, so it cannot gain any more from that power band. So now it only needs 4 in special defense, so it doesn't matter how long we send it for and what item it has, it's still going to get that 4. And here he comes, fully EV leveled, and he also has max IVs as well. So this is a actually perfect Cinderace. There we go. It says 96, but obviously it can't gain 96, but that's how much it would have got if it didn't have the band. So there we go. We actually have a max EV trained Cinderace. So if we check our boxes now, we can actually compare our Cinderaces. So a way to check your Pokemon is max level trained is if we go to this tab here and press X, we can see it has stars on speed and attack, which means it is max attack, max speed, and also the little blue chart in the middle of this shows that it is maximum leveled, because if we go to the other Cinderace, it's got a little yellow orange one in the middle, which means it isn't leveled at all because of how small it is. But if we go back to this one again, maximum, the blue means it is maximum. It cannot earn any more EVs whatsoever. So that's how you check if it is maximum leveled. So we look at our stats now. This is our max level one. So attack is 331 and the other one is 268. Now they are both level 100, so that is a gigantic increase in stats. Our speed is 370 on the max level one and only 301 on this Cinderace. So this Cinderace would just walk circles around this one easily. Now, if you feel like you've accidentally put the wrong EVs on a Pokemon or anything like that, there are ways to remove EVs using berries and stuff like that. If you want a video like that, just let me know and I'll make it. But otherwise, it's very easy to look up. All this kind of stuff, you can just use the websites like Cerebi or Bulbapedia just to look up exactly what EVs come from where. If you don't like the idea of time skipping, you can also use those websites to find out exactly what Pokemon are good for each stat and how you can go about doing that. It is something I used to do in Pokemon X and Y as well, and I couldn't stand doing it, but I used to do it a lot. So if you do want a video about that as well, I can help you out with that if you want. But otherwise, that has been the video. If you did enjoy the video, please drop a like below. If you want to see more from me, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well if you want to be notified. I do tweet about my videos and my Twitch channel on Twitter, so you can find me at Mr. Tucaroo on Twitter and then also Mr. Tucaroo on Twitch. I will be streaming tonight at 8 PM British time, so if you do pop by, do say hello in the chat. The next video on Pokemon will be about breeding in general, so that can be for shiny Pokemon and for competitive battling. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye, everybody.